For some of you who might have missed the presentation the other day, and I kind of rolled through it a little bit too quick. So what I'm going to do is actually create this video, which is going to help scaffold you in making this flow chart over here. Okay, so this is a flow chart that displays the process of problem identification. Sometimes problems are not that easy to determine. So what we have to do is define the problem, and then is that actually solved? Then we move on to what? Identify solutions. And then if that is done, we then evaluate the alternatives. And if that is done, then we drop down to select an alternative. And then after that, we implement that solution or alternative. And was it implemented correctly? Then we end the process. So those are all the things that are involved with actually problem solving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this in Microsoft Visio. This is available to all students who have Office 365. So if you go to all apps and you keep drilling down, you will eventually find Microsoft Visio. That's Visio. And when you open it up, it'll have like either flow charts or shapes or whatever. Now, this might be a little bit different from your version, but I'm going to go to like basic flow chart units. Okay, but yours will probably say basic shapes or look for flow charting shapes or whatever. So I'm going to click this, and it's going to bring up this like palette. And as you can see, there are various different items here. We have the decision tree, which is a diamond, processes. We even have that document thing that's over here, and that's pretty much all we need. And we have start and end, which is just an oval, and you can actually take a circle and stretch it out. I mean, if you don't have an oval like this, you can definitely make it work. And either, I guess you can use Excel on this. We've had a student already do just a wonderful job in Microsoft Word. But this is a little bit easier, I think. And plus it gives you a little bit of what I would say exposure to a new software, which is invaluable because part of this course is learning new types of software and so forth. So what I'm going to do is drag and drop these items on here. And so we've got many processes. We've got this define the problem. And then we have another one here, which is identify. And I just keep dragging these items on here. You can actually do a Control C and Control V, which is cut and paste. And so anyway, I'm going to get another one down here. And let me grab one more. And then I know that we'll need a couple of diamonds. So we need a decision right here. We need one over here. Okay, we need one over there. And we need one over here. And then we need another one over here. And then we need an end, which is actually the same as the beginning. And we need that document item, right? So document, that was over here. And you can line these all up and whatnot. And now what you can do is just whatever you need to write in here, you can just, problem solving. And so you can just kind of type in what you need to do. This first one is double click, and then I'd say define the enter and then problem. Okay, so you'll just label all of those, and once you get them all labeled, then you can even, color them in, right? You can select them and fill them with, a light blue or, whatever color you want to try to match that. I'll do it with a darker blue, and then you can what? You can actually change your text style. Okay, so right now the text is a we want the text to be white. So that's kind of how that would look. All right. I don't have it. I'm going to zoom it up so you can kind of see it a little better there. All right. So after you're done, double clicking and labeling everything properly, okay, then what you're going to do is connect these items. So that's kind of like the hardest part of this process. So what you're going to do is you're going to go up here. We have the pointer tool. And what I'm going to do is grab the connector tool. So I'm going to click on the connector tool. And then I'm just going to start putting these arrows in. Okay, this arrow goes to here. And you need to start it in the right place. Now you might have to move these things around a little bit to get it to look just like that. But this document here feeds over to this. And then we have what? We have one going here. And we have one going here. So what you're going to do is just, make sure that you connect all these things and make sure you're connecting them, starting from the right place. This is going from here into here. And then when it lights up, you just leave go of your mouse. Now, hopefully you have a mouse. If you don't, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult for you. But that's why you always want to have a mouse, and it just makes it so much easier. So we go from there to there, and this goes yes from here to here, and this goes from down here to here, and no goes over to there, and then this would be yes over to here. Okay, so that looks like I have them all done. And then you're going to go back up and take this off. It toggles. So right now I still have it on connector. I've got to go up to pointer. So now I can move these things around a little bit. So I can actually take this and I'll select it. And now I'll use my arrow keys to get everything in the proper position. So sort of you need to play with that for a while. But I'm sure you'll be able to kind of do it. Just select them, and then I move them with my arrow keys. And here you can actually, like if this is blue and it has white labeling on it, I can select this and I can go up and grab the format painter. And I can actually I can paint the format. So I select this and I can I can kind of do it like this, so you don't have to do each one individually. So I grab the format painter, and now when I go in here to actually type, identify solutions. Okay, that was actually enter solutions, and I hit enter. You'll see that comes up. Okay, so you can do that. And it looks like most of these, now this one might be a little bit different. You just leave that alone. And put your labels in here. This is going to be end. And again, I can take my format painter on any of these things here that are dark blue and white. I just select it, grab the format painter, click on it, and then click what you want painted. So that becomes pretty easy. So that's really all you need to do. And I don't know whether or not the assignment, you can save it as a Visio file, but you can actually go file, save as, and then from here it's going to save it as a drawing file, and you can just put in this is flowchart, and you can actually, kind of save it in a different format. I think you were instructed to kind of save it in a either a Visio format or whatever, but you can, save it as a picture or a PDF, and save it and then put that up into the Dropbox. Okay, that's it. Thank you.